TunePocket.com. TunePocket.com.
Good day, and welcome to another episode of the Sean Farrell Podcast. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Let's get right to it. So, film producer Bradley Thomas. He was married to Isabelle Thomas. Okay. And I just read a story where his wife, Isabelle, jumped from a balcony, ended her life by suicide. They had 2 children together, and she was only 39 years old. And so I was talking about the other day, where a few videos ago, where money doesn't money is not the end all be all. Having success isn't the end all be all. You can have everything, okay, and still feel unbelievably broken inside. Let me find a post. Right there. And she did not leave a suicide note as well. So, according to law enforcement, there was no suicide note left. And it made me think of the young lady, the book. There was a book that I read about Madison Holleran. Okay, I read that book, and it just made me think about Madison Holleran. They now have a foundation, Madison Holleran Foundation, set up in her name. But before she ended her life, she went and bought her family presents. She was in college at the time. She went and bought her family presents and went up. I forget which building she went up to, but she was in college at the time, and she went up a tall building, and she left the presents there on the very top, and then she ran off the top of the building. And so this is the topic for today. Suicidal does not have a look. It can be the person who seems to have everything going for them. It can be the person who has a very strong support system around them. It can be the person who is always keeping busy and active. It can be the person who has never shown any signs of being unhappy. It can be the person who is always making everyone laugh. It can be the person who is always making sure everyone else is okay around them. It can be the person who always seems happy and smiling, okay? So, this is why we need to have more conversations about suicide. And I talk about this every day. Let's just have real conversations about suicide. Be the voice. Speak up for those who can't speak up for themselves. Talk saves lives. And so I just mentioned how suicidal does not have a look, okay? Take Pistol Pete Maravich, NBA Hall of Famer, basketball Hall of Famer Pete Maravich, okay? Pete Maravich, you would look at Pete Maravich and say, oh, one of the most exciting players in the NBA in the 1970s. Broke every imaginable scoring record you could have at LSU. Well, he was at LSU. Pete just had so much razzle dazzle to his game, and you thought he had everything going for him, but Pete Maravich had problems with alcohol, and Pete Maravich was severely depressed. I can recall Pete Maravich saying he once drove his car 140 miles across the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge. He used to play for the Jazz back when they were in New Orleans, back when they were the New Orleans Jazz. And Pete Maravich said he once drove his car 140 miles across the Lake Pontchartrain Bridge, just hoping that by driving that fast, something would happen to him, because Pete Maravich was just that miserable. Okay. Pete Maravich was just that miserable in life. Okay. He was miserable. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I also believe his mom also ended her life by suicide as well, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So we all thought Twitch had everything going for him. Successful, lovely family, kids. Ended his life by suicide. Okay. And so I can begin to tell you the number of people that I run into who say I look like Twitch. Okay. What they don't know is some of the things that Twitch was dealing with internally. I deal with my own self. It's just that it may have been so overwhelming for Twitch, okay, that he felt his only escape was ending his life by suicide. Okay. And so I have attempted suicide before. Oh, no, not that. Okay. No. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So I talked about a guy I follow on X, Mike J. Mail. He puts out some of the most emotional tweets about mental health. About mental health and suicide. That when I read, it's like, yeah, like that hits. And one of the things that he posted was, suicide is the absence of hope. The hope that the pain will subside. The hope that you aren't all alone. The hope that are better days ahead. As long as there is life, there's always hope. But death, all hope is truly gone. Please don't ever give up hope on yourself. Okay. And so I just think about the people who call into the 988 suicide prevention hotline, because they have no hope. And everyone else who they thought who the ones who are supposed to be there for them the most, they push them away. And that's why I say, if you feel like hope is lost, please don't hesitate to call 988. Okay? Please don't hesitate to call 988. We're there to help you. We're there to listen to you. We're the ones who will listen without any judgment. Okay. We're the ones who listen with empathy. We're the ones who have compassion for people who are 6 feet from the edge, as Creed says. So if you feel like, you your life is worth a phone call, okay? Your life is worth a phone call, okay? And yeah, your life is most definitely worth a phone call, okay? Don't give up hope. I almost gave up hope on myself. I guess for people like Twitch, Madison, Isabelle Thomas, I guess there was no, I guess they had lost all hope, okay? I guess they lost all hope. And, yeah, don't give up on yourself, okay? That's all I would say. Don't give up on yourself. Your life is worth a phone call. Do not hesitate to reach out for help, okay? 988 is so important, okay? 988 is so important. And it saves a lot of lives, okay? It saves a lot of lives for the people who want to release that pain. It saves a lot of lives, okay? Now, they may still be depressed, okay? They still may be oppressed. But when they have somebody they can come to, who they can listen to, who gets where they're coming from, who, when they have people who listen, they can just extract all of what they are feeling, what they've been going through. They feel better. They feel better. No, they still may feel oppressed, but when they release what they feel, it's like 100 pounds has been lifted from the inside of them. Okay, it's like a forklift lifting 100 pounds of pain that they feel. And they still are depressed, but they don't feel suicidal as close to the edge as they once were. Okay. So to that, I would just say, don't give up on yourself. Obviously, I haven't given up on myself. I'm still here talking to you all. And there's somebody who needs to hear this, man. There's somebody who needs to hear this. You are loved. You're not a burden. Even though it may not feel like it, you do matter. Okay? And there's always hope. And there's always hope. I would just say for the people who feel like they have no hope, for the people who are pushed away by the people who you expect to be there for you the most, there's always hope, and there's always people ready to listen. 988. Okay? There's always people ready to listen to your pain. And let me just say this again. Your life is worth a phone call. Okay? Your life is worth a phone call. All right. That's it. That's all for the Sean Farrell podcast. I'm out of here. Peace out. God bless. You are loved. You're not a burden.